Well, I just got, yeah, I just got way too into the video. I'm just recording again straight away because I can't post what I just made. What I wanted to talk to you about was, do you think that every channel that you view on here, do you think they're real? Do you think it's just this, just as they tell you, oh, we're in the same field, we share some of the same speaking circuits, we have the same publisher, we've got the same interests, we have the same backgrounds. We just thought it'd be great to get together. It'd be so interesting to bring some really wonderful information to you, the viewer. Not for any reason. No, this is all above board. There's no one here behind here puppet mastering away, producing us, giving us our information and directing our episodes. No, we aren't talking heads for sale. Everything that we do, we have integrity. Yeah, it's all just exactly as you see. Yeah, what you see is what you get. Yeah. Oh man, if you think that, you just need to wake up. Okay. Now, not saying that this is an allegation that I think is absolutely true, and I don't have any proof about anything I'm going to say. I'm just putting it out there as a discussion. Do you think the Behaviour Panel are people that really just decided to get together? They can promote their books. They thought it might be a good idea. Try, a YouTube channel and just see what happens out of it, or do you think they've got producers? Do you think there's an agenda? Do you think these people could be used? Do you think they might be for sale? Yeah, what do you reckon? Because the timing is just so interesting, isn't it? They come out with their fucking ridiculous episode about the McCanns, Kate and Gerry McCann, and around the time that all this hoo-ha is being vomited out over the globe about Christian Breuckner. And then you see in comment sections, you see these fucking idiots. Yay! Oh, they solved McCann. They've got Christian Breuckner. They've got that guy in Germany locked up for it. This is what a relief. I knew they could do it. Trust the UK police. Just spreading it far and wide, just like you've got these soft heads spreading about, oh, didn't they solve the Delphi murders? Yeah, they've got that guy Chadwell. What's his name? Anyway, he's a douche and he's behind bars and that's all solved. We don't need to keep looking. No more mystery. Good on the ISP. Knew those guys could do it. No, neither case is solved. And now you've got the Behaviour Panel. I mean, maybe they're doing it so they can elicit a reaction. Maybe TBI. I don't know. It's just a theory, isn't it? But, now the Behaviour Panel are trying to come out and say the most bizarre things about Candice Bly and Donald Wesley Wells with relation to their missing daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells. Bell's Pawsey. When do these guys get off? God. Now listen to you all. I mean, if this was an experiment to see, hey, let's just see how far we can push these idiots out there in Yoo-hoo land. Yeah, let's drop this Bell's Pawsey thing and see how many seconds this takes to go around the world. Yeah, 80 seconds. Yep, exactly. People will go to their grave believing that Candice Bly has Bell's palsy and that she is a grieving mother. So just the same as they have helped in the propaganda, this Hans Christian Wolters fairy tale that Christian Breuckner had anything at all to do with Maddie McCann and her disappearance nearly 15 years ago in Praia da Luz in Portugal. Okay? Is there any reason why you should trust these people? They are talking heads and they are for sale. Just an idea, just a theory, just an opinion. Yeah. You know, and that's just going around the world in comment sections as well. I mean, just with complete ignoramuses, repeat, repeat, repeat. Just, and these are in comment sections where, yeah, I guess it's to be expected in these ex-cops comment sections. And then you've got this other talking head, Mike King of Profiling Evil. On you, Mikey, because why don't you just talk super condescendingly? Don't you worry your pretty little heads about it. You guys are stupid. Let the experts take care of it. Let the grandpas, the grandmothers, your aunts and uncles over here at Profiling Evil and all behind the scenes, let law enforcement take care of it, because you guys, your thoughts and feelings and gut instinct can't be trusted. Shouldn't trust what you see in front of your eyes. You wait until we tell you. Okay, so be gentile and docile, you vulgar and profane audience. You know, yeah, you're being gaslit into having to rely on not your own, what you see, what you hear, what you sense, what you feel. You know, when they say, you know, you see people that are sort of trying to emote, right? And you just feel nothing. You know, when you just feel nothing. What these people, what the talking heads, the paid propaganda wheels, the paid talking heads, what they're telling you is, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't trust your instinct. Don't be human. Don't be human. Not from one human to another. No. You're not worthy. You're not good enough at that. You can't trust your own eyes and ears. We'll tell you. We will tell you what to think. I mean, do you think... Aren't you scared by that scenario? Why are you lapping it up? I mean, obviously, because some of you are really stupid. I mean, I'm stupid. Clearly, I'm quite stupid. But, you know, I'm not spreading it around that Delphi murders are solved or Maddie McCann's murder is solved just because someone's done a really good number on you by putting Christian Breuckner's face out on every newspaper, on every internet site, splashing it around YouTube in relation to the McCanns, making a big song and dance, digging up sites, telling people that he's got child pornographic images. 8,000 images, there's not one of Maddie McCann. Does that strike you as odd? Does that strike you as odd that if he had anything to do with McCann's disappearance, he wouldn't have an image of it, considering how fond he is of that disgusting material? Why do you see a picture of a face and see someone digging up a site and you run all the way into, okay, that's done and dusted, he's been arrested and charged, and the case is closed and the McCanns are exonerated, and that's that? Why? You know, and it doesn't help when people should know better, and they you know, they're putting his face and they're putting McCann's solved. in headlines and things like that. Just like it doesn't help when people put Chadwell, Delphi murderer, in their headlines. It doesn't help. It makes people think the cases are solved, that they don't need to be vigilant, that they don't need to explore. It's extremely bizarre. And, okay, maybe this is just taking things too far, and it's just, what a coinky-dink. Behaviour Panel, these 4 guys, people hanging on every word. They do an absolute hack job on the McCann case. Right when Christian Breuckner's been vomited all over you. Oh, well, do you think this shows that they have integrity? I mean, okay, sure, they could be entitled to their professional opinions, or the opinions as authors and body language experts and the like, but it is very suspect. And now they're talking about Candice Bly and Don Wells. I mean, I don't know who, what, where, how would approach them about that, but it is very strange what they seemed to come up with. Bell's palsy. They say Candice Wells or Candice Bly has Bell's palsy. And is this just some sort of fucking experiment to see, yeah, let's check this 80 seconds around the world. Well, low. Round it goes. Oh, she's got Bell's palsy. 1 million people are convinced of it. Good job, guys. Good job. Wow. I mean, I can tell you it does look like benzodiazepine use. And what benzos do is they really reduce your empathy, because what they are doing is they are putting up a kind of a force field around someone, because benzos aren't for depression. They're not something that's working daily, sort of raising, it's not like tryptophan in the brain, raising serotonin and helping someone remain stable that way. It's a highly addictive drug that is agony to withdraw from, and many people are put on it so that they can cope with withdrawing from other things. I mean, if Candice is truly genuine about wanting to withdraw from alcohol, I suggest to Candice, do the Sinclair method and sure, take some benzos. But if you are dulling yourself down when you're supposed to be parenting your children, if you're doing this with benzos, and indeed with benzos and alcohol, this double depressant, what you're essentially doing is activating another Candice to come up to the fore within you, the Candice of don't give a fuck. Benzos reduce empathy because they are closing you off. They want to de-escalate stimulation, because someone in that heightened state of anxiety, they are not coping with external stimulation, and they've got just way too much going on, and it needs to be closed down. And it makes for a very insular person. You might think, oh, it's just, doesn't it just chill someone out? And yeah, it's closing Candice off even further. So, no doubt if Candice was on benzos, I'd say she's quite fond of a little day drunk and taking benzos. Maybe she'd taken some of the OxyContin perhaps Nana got at the hospital that they picked up at Walgreens. but I would say it's made her even more inattentive to her children than she already appears to be. Now, timeline-wise, I really question where Don was for, say, from about 4 p.m. on, and there's anything that could have happened. And I hope police have got the data from vehicles and phones. I'm sure they have. But we all can see, we shouldn't be made to doubt. It's not to judge. This is, as I've said before, it's not judging their lifestyle, even being dirty, having shabby clothes, bare feet, etc. Although these things can show for attentiveness, can't they? But it's not good to be in a sterile home where a mother has spent every second of the day just keeping the home clean and there is no attendance to the children. Sometimes the messiest, most chaotic homes are where the most love and human connection is, where the best relationships are, where people are interacting nicely and talking, and parents are guiding, they are playing, teaching, guiding their children through life, through the stages of their life together. Okay, so this isn't judging the home or anything like that, but it seems that it wasn't kept safe. There's a lot of junk around, but that doesn't mean there's actual neglect. But in this instance, what do we have? We have video after video after video and photo after photo after photo. We can use our own discernment. We can use our discernment to say, what are we looking at here? What relationships are we looking at here? And your gut just tells you neglect. Your gut just tells you mum has checked out. Mum is self-obsessed. Mum has some shit going on, right? She's exploiting her children in a way. I think she's purposefully taken summer on her own, taking grandmother's truck so that she can go and have an assassination with a 15-year-old boy and not have her noticeable, conspicuous, shiny fire engine red SUV parked down at the stables or wherever they intended to go. They went to the stables, and I don't know what's happened there, but there's a lot of debris in the water. I don't know. And, both mother and father have some dodgy records. They're going to be looked at. They have to be premium suspects, number one, just through the uncommon common sense. Even if it's just not common sense, through statistics. And there's always anomalies, right? Yes, okay. But, wow, I mean, all the things that add up when you look at this family. Summer was in danger simply from being in her family, with the sexual abuse that's gone on in the family, with the loss of other children into care in the family, all sorts of crime committed, people doing time. Now, this is fine. There's redemption all the time, okay? But Don's been in and out of prison since he was young. He's got a son that's been in prison for pedophilia, for child abuse of a minor. Don tries to play this down. We know there's other allegations, right? Let's forget about those for a moment, because even just looking at what is there in front of you in black and white, this says, wow, what sort of environment is Summer born into? What sort of role models did she have? What sort of caregiving and supervision has she had? Doesn't mean that she can't be happy at times, but I tell you, think about it. think about it. Is it normal for little girls to want to go up to people, to have other favorite people, and just go to them? It's something I could never dream of as a child. You don't go offering yourself. You were taught boundaries too. These boundaries of, touch and closeness and what's appropriate. And what boundaries has Summer got? She's breaking them all down. And why? Because she's taught this, or because she's got a desperate need to move from the cold into some warmth? What is it? It's very bizarre. She's vulnerable in this church. I think her parents allow her to be vulnerable everywhere in her life. They are so selfish and disconnected. They are all about whatever has been going on between them. I think Candace's relationship status on Facebook has been, it's complicated, and she's using her maiden name. We don't even know if they're truly married. It's neither here nor there, I guess, but might have something to do with funding and things like that. I don't know. Or she just may not want to be married to Don, but they can't just ditch each other and start again. She says herself, he's providing for them. I mean, look at that shiny red car she got from Don after, she booked him for domestic violence in the October prior. We know the patterns. Why are they still together? Is it just easier to stay together? Because their life's messy enough as it is. They're living separate lives, are they? What is seething inside Don with the way that Candace is determined to push his buttons? Anywho, this is about 20 minutes longer than I thought it was going to be. I just wanted to make a just saying, a just saying. Think about it. Do you think there are paid talking heads online here manipulating your thoughts and feelings, manipulating the information that you send around the world in 80 days? And why? Why are you being patronized? And why are you hanging on the every word of people? You can use your discernment. They might be experts, but frankly, I'd believe Derek Van Shake over the Behaviour Panel. He seems very bright, and sure, he's working for himself. He's his own boss. He has a team working underneath him as staff, but he's not for sale, I don't think. Maybe one day it'll come where he makes a video and you think, well, that's bizarre that Derek's coming out and saying this, but you'll see millions of people going around the world sharing it, and then something else will happen related in the news, and it'll all seem very queer, just like the Behaviour Panel and the McCanns, just to be cynical. Do you think it's possible that organizations, groups, individuals could see benefit in paying for people to give an opinion at important times? And, do you think this has been happening quite a lot? Do you like being patronized and told, don't worry, you pretty little heads, you little plebs, you little idiots. Let the big boys and girls take care of it. Now, you listen here, but you keep doing those super chats. Thank you so much. You're so gentle and docile. And I'll see you the fuck later.